What's up everyone, it's Mr. Marambo and coming at you with more science. This video is about making observations on 4 new materials. For safety, I have my polyethylene gloves and also my glasses or goggles to prevent any materials going into those spaces. What we should have ready is our worksheet on the observations of cornstarch and baking soda, and on in the back, the observations of baking powder and alum. Here is our experiment setup. In cup label number 3, we have cornstarch. In cup label number 4, we have baking soda. In cup label number 5, we have baking powder. And in cup number 6, we have alum. To begin our observations, let's start with cornstarch. Remember, we are looking at these properties: color, phase of matter, texture, crystal or powder, shape of pieces, movement when cup is shaken, sound when cup is shaking, and the smell of the material. So this is cornstarch. We can already observe what the color is, and we can also see what phase of matter is it. So is it a solid, a liquid, or a gas? Let's identify the texture. So this is cornstarch, and as I'm pressing down on it, observe what is happening. What is the texture? Is it soft or is it hard? Is it crumbly or is it rigid? Is cornstarch a crystal or a powder? And what is the shape of its pieces? Take this time to write down whether or not cornstarch is a crystal or a powder. And also describe the shape of cornstarch. Is it circular? Is it round? Or is it rigid like a square? Let's check out the movement when the cup is shaken and the sound when the cup is shaken. This is cornstarch, and I'm going to shake it now. Is it moving or not moving? Is there sound? Well, it's not moving. And now Mr. Marambo is going to let you know the smell. No smell. Now that we filled out cornstarch, make sure you fill that column out, and let's move into baking soda. So this is baking soda, and we can already tell the color and the phase of matter, whether it's a solid, liquid, or gas. Next, let's talk about the texture, whether it's soft or hard. And you can tell that I'm pressing really hard in it because it's fighting back, almost like tiny grains of salt. Is this a crystal or a powder? What do you think? Is it a crystal or a powder? And remember, the way we tell if it's a crystal or a powder, crystals have flat faces, while powders are more round. So what are the shape of these pieces? Mr. Marambo's closing up a bit. Are they circular or rectangular? Are they circular or rectangular? Pause it for a clearer view. Now let's look if it moves easily and what sound it makes when shaken. So we're seeing some movement, some easy movement, and it does make a small sound. For baking soda, there is no smell. Make sure to have filled out the baking soda column. Let's move into baking powder. We can already tell the color and its phase of matter, whether it's a solid, liquid, or gas. Mr. Marambo could already tell the texture. It's not like salt. It's actually very like baby powder, super soft. Look at that. I may have already answered if it's a powder or a sugar, but look how it moves. It's very smooth. Look at the pieces of the baking powder. Are they circular or square shaped? Are they round or square shaped? Which one of those two? Write it down. This is me shaking the cup to see if there's any movement. Is it moving? If it's not moving, is it making any sound? I'm shaking it pretty hard at this point. This is baking powder. There is no smell. Fill out the baking powder column before moving on to alum. So this is alum. We can see the color pretty directly here and the phase of matter, whether it's a solid, liquid, or gas. Make sure to write that down. Alum. Oh, look at it. It's jumping when I press on it. Oh, wow. So what's the texture? Is it soft or hard? Now, is it a powder or a crystal? It looks like salt. Think about it. Is it a powder or a crystal? Look at it. It's just jumping around, this alum. Let's look at the shape of the pieces. Are they round? Are they square? Are they a mixture of both? Pause it so you can get a better look at it. And this view might give you a sense of whether it's a crystal or a powder. This is alum being shaken. Is it moving? How is it moving? Is all of it moving or just some of it moving? And there is a sound, a rather large sound. It's very loud. Lastly, let's check out the smell of alum. There is no smell. Your alum column should be filled out along with the 3 other new materials.